welcome to my show. This week's episode is going to be something different. If you're new here, hi, I'm Joelle. I'm a psychic medium. I also connect with an alien named Adam, which I think this is the first time that I've announced that I channel an alien as well on this podcast. I talk all things spiritual, and I am here to be your spiritual guide to help get you to your spiritual awakening, to get you to connect to your deceased loved ones. Ask me questions. I am here for you. And this episode is a start of a series of episodes to help in your process of connecting to your deceased loved ones. The reason why I'm doing this episode is because of the fact that as a medium, a lot of times I get clients asking, I can't hear my loved one who passed. I don't see signs. I want to see full apparitions of them, which asking full apparitions, that's a pretty big ask, because for spirit to physically do that and manifest themselves fully in front of you, A, you have to be of a certain vibrational level to meet them at that level, and B, the spirit has to use a lot of energy to get to that physical form to show you. So that's a very big ask. So if you've seen full apparitions of your deceased loved ones, kudos to you, because that was a lot of work, and definitely put out a big gratitude, big thank you to your loved one for doing that for you. And even when you do get little signs and you know that it's already them, please send out a thank you to your loved one, because that just helps their heart do backflips. Like, they're just so grateful that you recognize the sign and send out that thank you, that gratitude. Huge, huge, huge in the spiritual universe. So, as I said, this is going to be a series, so I'm not even sure if this one episode is going to be split into a couple. I've been working with my spirit team. I've been working with the divine angelic beings that I work with for healing. In meditation, I've been working to really focus and get this right for my audience to help you all. So let's break down initially what it will look like to connect to your deceased loved one. So my first step that I've learned from, again, don't kill the messenger. This is from my divine team. This is from angelic sources. The first step is to get rid of the grief. I know it sounds like the most impossible task, because you're like, well, I lost my loved one, or loved ones, plural. How am I supposed to let go of this earth-shattering grief? That's completely rocked my world. I get that. What I'm trying to explain to you, if you want to connect to your loved ones, to get messages from them, to get healing from them, to receive signs from them, to just have full-on conversations with them, to have full-on visits with them, as in, like, you can visit them in a meditation, you can visit them in a dream, you can just quietly sit down and have a visit with them. I mean, this is where I'm trying to help you. Okay. So let's go into what grief is. Grief is a natural response to loss. It's the emotional suffering we feel when something or someone we love is taken away. Grief can manifest in many ways, including sadness, anger, confusion, and even physical symptoms. The stages of grief. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross introduced the 5 stages of grief, which are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. All these stages are not linear. They vary from person to person. It's completely personal of how you manifest your own grief. And understanding these stages can help you recognize your feelings and know that it's okay to experience them. And listen, I always say this as a medium too, like, nobody can tell you how to grieve and what is the right and wrong thing to do. So I'm not here to say that you're doing anything wrong. Believe me, this is not my intention. My intention for this is to help you in your grief process to be able to connect to your loved ones. So this whole episode is to really overcome that grief-stricken stage to then get these healing messages, visit with your loved ones, all the things. The only stage out of these 5 stages of grief where you would be able to overcome the grief is the acceptance stage. So if you're still in the anger stage, bargaining, depression, denial, any of those, you're not going to be able to reach this program that I'm trying to gift to you. And how do you get out of one of the stages that you're in, if you're in denial or the depression stage? So I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help move forward. And before I even get into that, I just want to let you know from the spirit realm's perspective, whenever I've connected somebody to their deceased loved one, the best way to describe it is that they don't want you to sit in your grief. They don't want you to wallow in the sadness of their passing. They want to give you comforting messages of love and support and to show you that they are still ever present in your lives. They're always around you. They are always with you. They are always guiding you. And one thing they've always showed me is if you could feel the amount of overwhelming love that they are surrounded with, God's love, universal love, source's love, however you want to put it, it goes through. Obviously, we don't have physical bodies on the other side, but you kind of have this like aura. You have a presence, like it's like, anyways, I don't know how to describe it. It's like boundless energy, but you're like in a shell, but you're not. That's a very hard thing to describe in this 3D dimension. So through every cell, they don't really have cells on the other side, but through every cell of their being is this all-encompassing love washing over them, just this outpouring, and they understand and know all the things of why things happen. So if they pass tragically, they understand completely of why it happened, even if it was of their own doing. Believe me, the other side, being in the spirit realm, heaven, whatever you want to call it, is we have that all consciousness. We have that collective consciousness and all knowing from God, which is really, really amazing. And they are not sad. Sometimes they see your sadness and your grief, and that will sadden them in a way, but they don't feel emotions like we do. It is human emotions to have fear, anxiety, sadness, depression, grief. those are all human experiences, and we're meant to experience them, to have either challenges or things come up just to help us transition in lessons, in life lessons, and where we're supposed to go. Everything has a divine purpose and divine timing, the good, the bad, the ugly. I say that all the time. Okay, so now that you understand their perspective, let's go back to how to help you let go of your grief. Step 1, be patient. Be patient with yourself. I get it. If this just happened recently, if it's happened within the last year, or even in the past couple of years, and you're still going through the steps of grief, you do need to be patient. Of time won't ever fully close that wound, but it will help heal and move forward. So that way you can kind of slowly get into letting go of this grief. So please be patient and kind to yourself. I'm going into step 2, self-compassion, giving yourself that grace of, you know what, today is just not the day to do it. I'm just not feeling it today. I'm, just can't stop thinking about it, or whatever it is. And that's totally okay. You have to be in the right mindset to let go of this grief, to then go ahead and shift into the vibrational energy where your loved one's at. I don't know if I explained that either. I'm sorry. I'm kind of backtracking myself. Is that the reason why you can't connect to your loved ones right now when you're in your grief is because grief will keep you at a lower vibrational energy. And your loved ones are at a much higher frequency of vibration. So you can't meet them in the middle. There's no way. So you've got to let go of that grief to then move up towards them, their vibrational frequency in the spirit realm. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I clarified that. I don't know why I didn't say that early. Okay. So I said self-compassion, giving yourself that grace. Third is find something that you are passionate about. Find what you love again, because I think sometimes we get so lost in our grief and our journey of loss that we forget how to do things that we enjoy, right? Or we self-sabotage where we're like, well, we can't have joy because of the fact that we've lost somebody. That's not at all true. And that's not what your deceased loved one would want you to live. They don't want you to have that mindset. So they are asking you. I just can hear it from the collective. They are asking you to let it go. Let any negative trauma, any self-sabotage thoughts, anything negative coming out of their passing, let it all go. And listen, if you can't do it right now, we understand. It's understandable in your own time, but they want you to live your life to the fullest. They still want you to take it and just enjoy life. I think I keep going on to the next steps, but that's okay. So find something that you're passionate about. So if it's painting, or if you like to go to workout classes that makes you feel better, or if you like to go to live concerts and dance and enjoy the music, that is exactly what your loved one wants you to do, to feel that passion of something that excites you and makes you feel the most alive. Like, that is where we need to live. Like, this is what this whole journey of life is about. And if the other thing I've learned a lot from connecting with spirit and explaining to people is that if you were to end your life tomorrow, like say you were to be the one, or you switch shoes, right? You happened to be the one who passed and they lived. Okay, so let's play this scenario in your head. And you're on the other side, you're in heaven, you're feeling this all-encompassing love. You are surrounded by this golden light and love and warmth and the biggest hug you've ever felt. And you feel this bliss and amazingness. And then you look down at your loved one and they're stuck in this grief. They're stuck not enjoying life. They're stuck just sad. Wouldn't you want to tell them how amazing you feel and how good you feel, and you wanting them to enjoy life and live it to the fullest? Okay. So that is the perspective of your loved ones from the other side, because they're looking at you thinking, why are you not going out and living this experience? You're here for just a short while. You never know when it's going to be your last day on earth. So live it to the fullest. That is why we are here. We are here to enjoy, to love, be kind, and have fun with it. Okay. So number 4, seek support. So this is to help with your grief. You can do groups. This can be social media groups. You can go to a physical group meeting. You can sit down with a professional and get support with helping you clear your grief. You know what I also thought of is, and it's surprising that I haven't thought of, but I wonder if hypnosis would even help with grief. When you're so stricken with grief and you're in that depression mode, I wonder if hypnosis could help you change your psychosis, like help you shift out of that. Seeking support with friends and family and, talking it through, whatever you need to do to seek support and get the support that you need to go ahead and let go of some of this grief or all of the grief that's okay. The last step for letting go of grief is allow yourself to experience joy. So kind of back to what I was saying with finding something you're passionate about, but allowing yourself to experience joy. It's exactly like I said before of the self-sabotage that you feel like, I think some people think that the grief, holding on to the grief keeps their loved one close to them. I could see why you do that if that is the case for you. But I'm telling you, your loved one on the other side does not want you to do that. That they are close to you regardless. You do not need to hold on to the grief. And if you are seeking to connect with them, to get messages from them, I'm trying to help you kind of be the medium here. Like, I'm a psychic medium. I help clients all day long, connecting them to their loved ones. But I want to empower you for you to connect with your own loved ones, because it's not like everybody listening to this episode is going to run out and want to be a full-on professional psychic medium and have clients and working for the public. That's not what this is about. And if you do, great, wonderful. But it's more about empowering you yourself to shift into this new dynamic of being able to get loving messages from your deceased loved ones, to have the vibrational shift that you need of letting go of this grief. That's the first anchor that's keeping you down. And this is our first step to achieving getting the connection to your loved ones. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to have here for working on getting you to connect to your loved ones and the stages. When I wrote it down, it's like 10 or 11 steps. So I believe each will be an episode. So please follow along if you want to keep working forward to connect to your loved ones and get those messages and get those healing messages that you need. what I foresee in the future and what I've been shown from my guides is that I'm going to be having physical presentations where people can come and we can experience it together and take all these steps and do the program together. And what I foresaw too is in the session, if for some reason you aren't able to connect to your loved ones right then and there, that I will open up as a medium and give you healing and loving messages at the end of the session to make sure that we all get that closure that we need. So thank you for joining me on this journey today. I am so grateful that you listened and are enjoying listening to my podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to send you love and light. Please subscribe to follow along for each and every episode. If you would like to be a guest on my podcast, please click the link below to contact me. Sending you love and light.